What's going on, everybody? I am Darius, aka CEO, and I'm sitting here with your girl Danny. And this is another episode of Let's Hoop. It was a crazy All-Star weekend. The skills and all that stuff was bananas. The All-Star game was bananas. It was absolutely crazy, and we're gonna tackle all that stuff tonight. So stay locked in. Don't go nowhere. You're watching Let's Hoop. What's going on, Danny?
Hey, how you doing?
You doing all right?
I'm doing great.
You back in the chat? How's it going?
Listen. I'm gonna have to tell Scott he's gonna move over to the side. I'm back.
You loving the chair? You loving the chair? So you was with us on Friday.
Oh my!
Talk about it. Let's get right into it.
All right, so let's get right into this weekend. When I tell y'all, it was phenomenal. Friday, it went down. We had the skills challenge. Let's get into the skills challenge.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so first things first, we had the skills challenge, and so who do we have? We have different teams, come and do the challenge, but our number one team that came through was Cairo, Dez, and Omari. Is it Amari?
Amari.
Yes. Okay, sorry, Amari. Gotcha. Amari, when I tell you they brought the Thunder, they brought it.
Yeah. No, it was crazy even how, first of all, if you look at that team on paper, you got 3 guys that can shoot, 3 guys that are like literally top scorers on their team.
Right.
So, I mean, it only kind of makes sense that really went down that way. But I think the tone that they set, I think that really just torpedoed the whole thing. Because they did it in 20 seconds the first time around.
20 seconds. When I tell you, Cairo, he hit half court, 20 seconds, I was like, come through.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I don't think they missed the shot.
Nope.
That first round, I don't think they missed a shot. If they did, it was only like 1. But, 20 seconds?
Right. And they set the tone for the whole skills challenge. They set the tone. They had their whole formation. It was like, okay, we about to get this money.
And here's the crazy part too. If you even look at it, it puts so much pressure on everybody else.
Right.
Like the next closest time after that 20 seconds, I think the next closest one was like a minute and 13 seconds.
Right.
So nobody even cracked double digits. Like everybody was like in the minutes and so on after that. Like nobody else was in it. Yeah, so that was wild.
I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Skill challenge was bananas. Cairo, Mari, Dez, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all won it. Hey, and that's another cool thing too. Mm-hmm. We had cash prizes this year.
We sure did.
We ain't never had that before.
Not at all.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah.
That was pretty tough having
Shout out to our commissioners. I'm telling you, they came through.
We built it.
For sure. All right. The next one. Mm-hmm. The 1v1.
No, 3 points.
Sorry, 3 points.
Yes. You just excited.
I know.
You just want to talk about this 1v1.
What you say? I'm telling you, I was so excited about. Okay,
real quick.
Yes. Okay. All right. 3 points.
So I'm not gonna lie. With the 3-point competition, I didn't make any money off FanDuel that night. My 2 picks, they didn't bring home the trophy. Mm-hmm. But Eno shot the lights out, bro. And you know what the crazy part is? Eno told me too. He said, "I'm walking away with this money."
Right.
And this was literally, he said that right before the last round where he hit 17.
Exactly.
He's like, "I'm walking away with this money."
Right. Because he was walking through the gym talking something. I said, "Thank you. Go ahead and get it." He had confidence.
Got them fingertips warm.
He was like confidence. Okay.
And he hit 17 shots for the win. That was the final. So that was really good.
Yeah, it was on.
Now.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, listen. The 1v1.
Let's go.
I was on the edge of my seat with the 1v1s. Mm-hmm. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, who am I going to cheer for? I was like, when I tell you, these guys came with it.
Yeah.
They came with it.
Yeah, it was like it was weird. I was torn because it was like because I'm an underdog type guy. I like to cheer for the underdog.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know who to cheer for either. Mm-hmm. But then when it was Nick versus Shaq, I think for me it was just kind of like oh man, what if Nick could pull this off? Because I mean, not to say anything against Nick, because Nick is a hooper,
right?
But you know, Shaq is like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and he's like he's Shaq,
right?
Like, so you know, that was a tall task, and like when Nick beat him, it was like
he came through.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Nick wanted to do something. And like literally he just went on like a gauntlet through everybody else.
Oh my gosh. When I tell you the threes he was shooting, I mean it was mid-air, nothing but net. I was like, come through, Nick.
And that it was this crossover step back off one leg shot that he was shooting too. And I mean, when I tell you that thing did not miss.
Right. And when he got in his zone, in his sweet spot, he was ready. He was ready.
Now we gotta shout out B2. We gotta shout out Brandon too.
Yes.
Because that last one between him and Nick, like that was
right. It was really close. It was really close. I didn't know who was gonna get it.
Nah, I didn't. I think once Nick beat D'Allen, I think my money was on Nick because you know even like D'Allen, you know he has participated in some professional 1v1. Right. So you know 1v1 is kind of what he does. So I think once he beat D'Allen, I think that's when I was like, I think he might get it because that was the one that I kind of felt like you know people were gonna have some trouble with. Right. So and then you know he beat his brother Cairo.
Right. I was like,
and then like which that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then him and Brandon at the end.
Yes, because. I mean, Brandon wasn't standing down for nothing. He was like, "Oh, okay, I'm about to get all of this."
Yeah. So that was great. Yeah. Like I said, and you know, both the 3-point champion and the 1v1 champion walked away with $100. So
$100.
Yeah, that was cool. It was fun. It was a good night.
It was.
It was a really good night. It was a fun night, and we hope you guys had a great time too.
For sure.
It's on YouTube, so you can go and watch it back if you missed it. But tell you what, we're gonna take a quick little break right now because see, we're gonna bring in the other. Commissioner of the league because you know he on vacation right now. See, last time I was now it's him. So we're gonna bring him in. So don't go nowhere. Stay locked because we're gonna talk about more All-Star Weekend right after this.
Awesome.
There he is.
Hey.
With palm trees in the background.
Palm trees.
Hey man, Flow Rider. That's where I be. That's where
you be. Hey man, we in studio, man. But look, though, tell us about Florida, man. What's going on? What y'all been up to out there? What's this family trip?
Oh yeah, you know, we do this. You know, kids about to go back to school, so we always gotta, you know, do what we gotta do with the kids. You know, that's how it is. You know, everything is great. Everything is fun. It is hot though. It's hot out here. But other than that, you know, a lovely time.
Perfect.
Awesome. So look, I'm being nosy now because you know I ain't been there, so you know I gotta live vicariously through you. So what y'all into right now?
A little bit of Universal, a little bit of Islands, Venture Island, whatever it's called. Then look in the background. Y'all see that? There go my wife. They planned this because they didn't tell me they was gonna do this. There's my mama, and then my two kids back there as well. That's funny. They really planned this. Like this was very impromptu because they didn't tell me. But I knew something was going on because they was waiting until we started the show. But anyway, they're kind of in the background. They're about to go swimming. So yeah, have a good time. Love y'all.
Cool. All right, man. So look, we just briefly talked about it, but we're gonna give you an opportunity to speak on it too. We talked about Friday night's events.
Right.
So tell us real quick, man, what you thought about Friday night?
Man, I'm telling you something, man. I heard you talking about in the 3-point contest, man. That was phenomenal. The 20 seconds was very impressive too. I mean, we literally, I think in the middle of it was like, man, we got to give these guys at least another chance. Because 20 seconds was like game over. So we was like, you know what? Let's let the final two kind of come at it and try again. It didn't work.
Right.
But still, man, that was great. The 3-point contest, I mean, he killed it. I mean, he must have been hungry or something. You know, he wanted that money. The 1v1 though, very, very, very special, man, to me. Because I think both players are kind of, I guess you would say, secondary options on their team, and they beat a lot of primary players to get to the 1v1. You get what I'm saying? And then that matchup, you would think what they did that was impressive to me is use their strengths. Nick used his quickness. Brandon used his, or I call him Incredible Hulk. He used his ability and strength. So, but Nick won out. Congratulations to Nick. But I do have to give Brandon all kind of credit. So credit to him. Yep.
Absolutely.
Great time, man. Oh, and the trophies, man. The trophies were cool too.
Ooh, yes.
I don't know. I mean, we weren't able to show the trophies, but the trophies, they were great. The money as well, I think, was just, it's kind of like an appreciation for them participating, but also, it gives them, I guess, more of a drive to do what they needed to do, as far as trying to win. It wasn't just, I'm out here for fun. It was like, man, I'm out here trying to get some money, so these boys got paid. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, guess what, man? Speaking of pretty cool, we're going to transition into Sunday because we're going to talk about pretty cool. Sunday and this All-Star game was pretty cool. So we're going to actually take a look. It was so many highlights from Sunday.
Oh, my gosh.
I literally had to, break this up. So we're going to take a look at part one, just the first part of what went down on Sunday at this All-Star game.
Cool.
So like I said, that was only part one.
Right.
Because it got nastier than that. Talk to me about what you saw. Talk to me about what you saw so far.
What I saw? Lovely. It was fun. The one-legged three, is that a thing now? Is that like a...
Listen, I guess it is. I guess it is a thing because, dude, yeah, they was on that.
Yes.
So the whole one-legged three. Look, I always try to point out some people that people may have been like, how did he make the All-Star team? Atterbury. Atterbury, man, did you see? It was like an alley-oop layup.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, Atterbury doing his thing,
Right.
man. You know, so I'm not gonna lie, man. It was fun, man. It was super fun. Just watching these guys go at it. I think they took it serious too. Like they were going at it. So fun stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it had a nice balance between JP. John Peterson said the best All-Star game he's seen in a while.
Yeah, I see that.
I think it had its nice, perfect balance between taking it serious, but also just kind of like letting some stuff go. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of, that just kind of made it. It made it good. I mean, like what else can I say? Like it was a well balanced All-Star game. They said they were gonna go for it, and
Oh, they did. They did. I mean, we had a couple of nice dunks. Just everything. I mean, I try not to like talk about my own players, but Josh went crazy, man.
Look, you're not a coach right now.
Right.
You're a commissioner, so like you can talk about it.
I was a fan, bro. I was just a fan. I actually lost my voice around the second quarter, and I had to drink a little bit of water, to get my voice back because I was kind of screaming because it was just entertaining, man. So pretty cool.
No, that's what's up. So speaking of, we get through the second quarter, and then we had, which was, to be honest, for me, one of the most special moments of the day.
Yeah.
Being able to honor our brother Jinx.
Yeah.
That for me, it was a very special day. A very special moment. To be able to do that for the family, to be able to let them see that their SkyWest family was with them. It was really special to be able to do that. And one of the family members actually came up to my dad and prayed over the family at the end. And one of the family members came up and said, "We needed this.
Right.
This was exactly what we needed. So thank you all so much."
Right.
And because of this, we now feel like we can, do what we need to do in moving forward.
Right.
And so, just to be able to offer that to somebody, that's what we are about. That's what this whole thing is for. So, thank you all, players, everybody that was a part of making that moment happen. Thank you all. We could not have done that without you.
Right.
It could have been a very different thing. Players, we ready to get back to the game? No, none of that. Like all the players were supportive. We had guys pitching in to help carry stuff, pitching in to do this, do that. That is who we are. We are all family at SkyWest, and you guys embodied that for us yesterday, on Sunday rather. So thank you all so much. We appreciate you all for that.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah.
I see. I love you and miss you, Jinx. R.I.P. I see that comment.
Yeah.
For sure. What were you saying, Danny?
Just the whole dynamic of everything and how everybody just really came together. Even the teams, they were just to really honor Jinx, and because he was here from the beginning, and so it was a phenomenal movement. I'd say that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Mr. Commissioner, did you have anything else you wanted to say about that moment? Just what it meant to you?
Really, to be honest with you, man, I just want to, as a helicopter goes by, sorry about that.
You good, brother? You good?
But I just want to make sure that the family and the Blazers team and this league know that it's not over. This wasn't just a moment. This is a lifetime of care for the family, a lifetime of friendship for the family. We're not going to forget. That's not what we're here to do. That was just, a small tribute to a big-hearted person. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was the very least that we could do in order to honor him, So, and to help with that family. So we definitely, once again, we're going to keep you. We're not going to forget about you. We're going to keep you on our hearts and on our minds. So, we love you guys. Once again, as Darius said, we appreciate every single player that helped us with the tribute and everything like that. But we're gonna keep it going, man. In the name of Jinx, man, we're gonna keep it going.
You know it. You know it. So, and speaking of keeping it going, after the tribute was over, the players definitely kept it going. The players, matter of fact, we ain't got to talk about it. Let's look at what happened in the second half. Like this next part, let's just look. Let's just look at it.
Pass to Nick Sampson.
So, like I said, kept it going. I'll let you start this time. Go ahead. I'll let you start, sir.
Man, listen, the one special thing that I want to talk about, it was like a 3-point barrage that went off. You know, It was like, all right, I'm going to shoot one. Okay, that was a make. Then we came back on the other end. Oh, man, that's a make. Then we came back on the other end. It was like, another make? Hold on. So you guys just trying to see how many people can hit a three? It was crazy, man. And then, you know, I guess when the game kind of got slightly out of hand, it was dunk fest time. You know, it's just like I'm gonna do any and every dunk that I can do. I hate that Nigel didn't get one to get down, man. I wanted him to put one down. You know, so then Josh, he hit a windmill. I mean, man, I was entertained, man. I mean, that was an all-star game for real. So I don't know about y'all, but I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, so Josh basically said, oh, last time I was here, y'all had a dunk contest and I won. Mm-hmm. So y'all not gonna have a dunk contest this year, huh? Okay. And he just decided to have his own dunk contest in the game. Like,
right.
What we doing, Josh? Like, your player went crazy.
Insane.
And I mean, like I said, this was easily, and I don't know, we can have this discussion live on the air right now. Would you say this is the best All-Star game Sky West has had from start to this one? Would you say this is the best one?
Yeah. I would say, yeah. Probably, I wouldn't say by far, but by far.
Distance.
Yeah. It was a great.
So I want to bring somebody else in. I think we got Darius Backus here with us. Our Sky West Wikipedia, aka our Sky West Warriors. What up, D?
What's going on, man?
Hey.
So you watched this All-Star game. You saw the highlights. You were backstage, so you saw the highlights. You've seen everything. What was your thoughts on the weekend and particularly the All-Star game? And chime in on that question too, because you've been here for a while too. The best one that we've had so far. Go ahead.
I would say it's the best one that we've had so far because I feel like this is the best collective talent that we've had in Sky West. Second, coming in second, I think we had an overtime All-Star game before. But this is the best one that I've seen, just from it didn't matter who you started or came off the bench, everyone can play. So hands down, best one.
Hands down, best one. What were some of the moments? Scott talked about the 3-point barrage. I talked about Josh and his own in-game dunk contest. What were some of your favorite moments, or something that that stood out to you?
I like the fact that guys actually did play defense, and the shots that were made were tough. You talked about Nick and his one-on-one champion. That he brought that to this game as well. He's still doing those step backs. Nick needs to do that again, the rest of the season. But now that we know you got it, bring that the rest of the season for the Bulldogs. But it was competitive scoring, and that's what I like most about this game, and that's why it's by far hands down the best All-Star game we've had.
Yeah, I can agree. Danny, you chime in on that too. So we all talked about our things that stood out to us in the game. Mm-hmm. What stood out to you the most in the game that you enjoyed the most?
I told you, my boy Josh, he came. Josh, I'm telling you, I was on 10 watching Josh. I was like, come through. Josh, and he was giving the business, and I just really enjoyed his play. My boy K-Ro, he came through as well.
How much did he have? And came through? He won the MVP.
Yes, he won. How much did he have? 33 points. 33 points. 33 points.
Yeah, 33. So I get. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Nigel was right on his heels, though, right?
Yes. I think, what did Nigel have? 25?
25?
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
So Nigel was on his heels. Nigel was coming for the for that MVP as well. It
was good. It was good.
Now let's do that real quick before we move on to the next thing. Let's talk about unsungs of the All-Star game.
Okay.
Because we talked about Josh. We've talked about K-Ro.
Mm-hmm.
But 1v1 champ continued his onslaught in the All-Star game as well. He was like, "Oh, you coming to guard me? You lay, you step back." So that's my unsung. I got to talk about also in the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. Nick did his thing in the All-Star game. What y'all got?
Gino.
Gino was another one.
Gino came through too. Yeah.
It's the thing about Gino. It's like he pulls these shots that just there's no way that's going in. And it barely touches the net.
Right.
It's
Right.
All right. Like that one he hit on NO.
Right.
You could have did him and Innocent was just laughing back up the court because it was just
insane.
It doesn't even make sense.
Right.
But I don't know. What y'all got, fellas? What y'all got?
Mr. White.
Mr.
White.
Yes. Yes.
I believe I counted 2 shots. Him missing 2 shots. I don't believe he missed more than 2 shots.
Sheesh.
Threes, layups, and guess what? This is the one thing. This is why I call him the big fundamental. He basically came in and changed the game defensively.
Okay. He did.
Basically, he came in, and I believe he's a big reason why they won.
Did you see him get on the floor and dive for that loose ball?
Yeah. And I called for a medic for him. Because he's the older one in the league. We're gonna display his age, but he's a little older. He had to get his gears straight before he played. But I mean, he actually was playing the game, dude, and that's why I call him a big fundamental. He does what he's supposed to do all the time, man. Good player. So that will be my unsung hero. What about you,
Backus?
I mean, I'll go with TJ from Black Ice, honestly.
I don't think about TJ.
Like, TJ just continues to impress. It's like, he had it last year, and he was like one of the main guys up in Black Ice and playoff championship. But it's like he took it to another level this year, and he kept it going in All-Star games. And of course, I got to shout out my teammate Shaquan. It was like that sequence of plays where they just gave him the ball, and he had like 4 straight possessions just going down and plays for his team. So shout out to Shaquan.
Who's that?
Shaquan.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. And I got to shout out one more too. Mr. Ice in his veins himself, Desi.
Yes.
Gotta shout out Desi too, because I don't like almost every 3 that Dez put up. It was like, yeah, that's going in. It's like when he missed, you were kind of surprised,
right?
Because he was knocking them things down. So yeah, definitely got to shout Dez out. So like I said, overall, it was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game. It was a great weekend. It's funny. D'Allen was talking before the game, and he was like, "Man, the energy in this room, like it's really good. Like the energy and everything." And I think that really just that was before the game even started,
right?
And that just translated right on into the game.
Right.
And I mean, it was phenomenal. It was a great game. I don't know, but that's all I pretty much have for that one. Scott, Darius, y'all got anything else?
No, that about covers everything. I still like Atterbury though. That's like my little homeboy, man. Atterbury he's like Rick Fox, man. He does all the dirty work. He does all of that, and he keeps the game exciting with his talks in his mouth. But he keeps the game exciting. So I got to give a shout out to him, man. He makes the game entertaining. So got to shout out to Atterbury, Cameron.
Yeah, no, I agree. Cam, I mean, he makes the game fun, to be honest with you. Like he makes all in whatever game he's in, like he makes it fun. So all right, well look, we're gonna keep moving because we still got some more show to get to.
Yes, we do.
So we're gonna get into next week. So when we come back, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're gonna look at the standings where we currently are right now in the season. So you guys can really see how these next week matchups and everything going after that is really going to affect everything. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Friday Frenzy. Picture this succulent, golden brown fried fish that's so crispy it could win a slam dunk contest. Accompanied by a symphony of perfectly seasoned fries, this culinary masterpiece will make your stomach do a victory dance. Whether you're reeling from the excitement of the game or simply craving a mouth-watering treat, our fried fish and fries will have you hooked from the very first bite.
All right. So we are going to get right into these standings because we are officially there. So let's look at these standings.
All right.
So first and foremost, we got the Chargers. The Chargers are 6-0.
Yes.
Ain't nobody touching them right now.
Nope.
Chargers 6-0. Then we got the Blazers that are 5-1. Black Ice is 5-1. Wolverines that are 4-2. The Savages and the Titans that are tied 3-3. The Panthers are 2-4. The Red Hawks are 1-5.
Talk with confidence.
Why are you saying that?
I felt a little player bleeding in. That's all. A little player was bleeding into that. I'm sorry. The Red Hawks are 1-5.
Talk with confidence.
The Bulldogs are 1-5, and Global are 0-6.
Okay.
So let's get into that. Let's get into some of these. We already see where the Chargers, Blazers, Black Ice are sitting with it, but it starts getting interesting around this Wolverine, Savage, Titans, Panthers, Red Hawks, Bulldogs area somewhat. So let's talk about that a little bit. Savages.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? Actually, I think this is a good place to just go right on into next week because some of these things actually really happen next week, and they're going to determine who goes up and who goes down. So let's take a look at next week. First, we got Blazers, and we have Global. I'm still rooting for Global, y'all. Like, I like their players. I like their young core. Nigel, Amari, like that, like really, like I'm still rooting for those guys. I don't know what y'all think.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm rooting for them. But I mean, if I had put money on it, you know where my money going.
Oh, we're going money going to the Blazers.
I'm just being honest, but hopefully that motivates Global to actually beat the Blazers. I mean, shoot, they're 0-6, man. So I mean, I don't want to see a defeated team in the league. We've had that before, so I don't want to see it. You know, so I'm rooting for them.
Backus?
I mean, I don't want to see it either, but you know, they playing against a really, really good team.
Yes.
You know, just came off a championship appearance last year. So, I mean, I would favor the Blazers for sure. Their team is deep. And they talented. 1 through 5, they're talented off the bench. I mean, it's going to be a tough fought game for Global. You know, if they want to win this game, it's possible, but it's going to be real tough.
What? Okay, so we keep talking about Nigel. We keep talking about Amari. Let's break Global down a little bit more. Because if you think about it, every episode we talk about those two, but what do we need from some of the others to be able to help continue to like bring this team together? What do we need from some of the other Global players?
I think Global Impact, their players have to figure out what their roles are on the team. You know, I mean, we talk about Nigel and Amari, but you know, Trajan is someone that should be mentioned as well. He puts points up in a hurry. He puts points up at the free throw line. And then the rest of those guys, like I want to see Zach, I want to see Laquan, I want to see Chris Jordan. They're the shooters on the team. I want to see them start being the shooters that we like. They're struggling from deep right now from protecting their teams. And then they don't have the size in the league right now, but they do have capable players that can rebound. So those guys have to be committed to rebounding as well. So everybody's role isn't going to be scoring. They just got to lock into their roles. They played some pretty good basketball this season. Looking at their 0-6 record, they played very competitively against the Titans, against the Wolves, against you know, teams with some size. They just can't get over that.
Yeah. Neely?
I agree with the size thing, but one of the major players right now is on the bench, assistant coaching, because he got hurt last season. I think he makes a major difference as well. I think he's one of those people that pushes the team, and it's kind of like the engine of the team, you know. So when he's going, like the whole team is kind of going. Also, it's a few players I believe that's just been absent lately, as well. So it's just been kind of a rough season for him. But you know, like I said, I think they're looking better and better every week. They just need to tip over to get that win. And like I said, I'm pulling for him. Like I said, if I was a bet man, I put money on it. Obviously, you know, I would have to be on the side of the Blazers, but I'm really pulling for them to get a win.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I guess we will see what happens in this game, and then moving on. The next game on Thursday night will be the Redhawks and the Panthers.
Okay.
Lance said, "I'm late. You just in time. We getting ready to talk about us, Lance. You just in time, brother." But I'll let y'all start there since I play on that team. I'll let y'all start there. Now I will point out that this is a player versus player trade game. We sent Solomon to the Panthers, and you know Jordan is on our team. So, yeah, I'll let y'all start there. Y'all go ahead. Y'all have it.
Oh, I want to see it. Solomon versus Jordan. I want to see it because at the end of the day, and I look. Hopefully, I'm poking somebody. At the end of the day, who's better than who? Hey, they going head to head. I mean, I think both players feel like both teams made a mistake getting rid of.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, hey, Goliath versus Goliath. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's do this thing. Very important for both teams to get the win, period. I mean, Red Hawks, I believe you guys have to win it out, correct? To even have a chance. And then the Panthers are right there at the bottom as well. So, it's a very, very important game for both teams. So we're going to see who comes out on top. But I'm really ready to see these two big guys, go at it.
Right.
Backus?
Yeah, you got another former Red Hawk on the Panthers too, right?
Oh, Bernie Bully, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll start with the Red Hawks. Picking up Lance and picking up Mike, you guys look like a completely different team against the Wolves than what you looked like all season. So those two additions were great. I think it gave you guys more shooting, more physicality. Mike came in and did what Mike does. Be smart, be tough, get rebounds, make the right plays. And Lance came in shooting. Man. Looking at Lance gave y'all points, he gave y'all ball handling. I guess I want to see the Red Hawks play more defense. I know Glass and Larry they do a lot of chase down blocks and everything, but I would want to see the Red Hawks actually get up a defense. And then on the Panthers side, I feel like they actually play really, really good defense. You can credit, what do you call him, Solomon block their shot rate for helping that defense to kind of extend and stretch with anything coming taken away by Solomon. And I feel like their offense just has to find a way to flow as well. So this would be a game that I'm watching just to kind of see if the Red Hawks defense picks up or if the Panthers offense kind of gives way. So that's the battle out there. Red Hawks defense versus Panthers.
Nice. You want to chime in on that? Red Hawks, Panthers.
Well, I'm a bias. I'm a bias. My brother's team, but okay. So what you gonna bring to it?
Oh no, I'm going in. Like it's do or die for us. To be honest with you, like we ain't got no more time to play around. We ain't got no more time to do none of that. Like like Barry said, we look like a totally different team. We felt like a different team with the additions of Lance and Mike. I wish they had got here like 2 games earlier. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I say that only because I would want us to have more time to gel before having to go on this run. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do what we need to do because I said what I said. And we go into the playoffs, and I'm still saying it. Right. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm pretty interested in that one. Then we move on to Sunday.
Yes.
No. Our producer has said who's gonna win between the Red Hawks and Panthers. We must choose. So we have to do that. But before I go there, there was another former player that played for the Titans that gave the Red Hawks the business. So I want to pose the question to the Red Hawk player or anybody listening, but specifically to the Red Hawk player that is on this show, i.e. the CEO. Will that happen with your former players in Bernie Bully and Solomon Ray?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You said that with confidence.
Somebody else gonna have to do it if they're gonna do it because that ain't happening. Absolutely not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nah, bro. We got Hooper's pride. You ain't gonna do that. So no, absolutely not.
Okay.
I go and say that now.
We gotta choose though. We gotta choose before we move on. So I am. If the Red Hawks didn't make that trade, I would have probably said Panthers. But I think that trade really helped the Red Hawks team So I'm gonna give a slight edge to the Red Hawks.
Slight. Maybe
Slight.
Confident. Okay.
What about you, Beckus?
It's tough. You know, we played the Red Hawks. We haven't played the Panthers yet. I guess, I mean, I'm a tight end, man. We're a defense first. So if I had to go with the better defensive team, I'd go with the Panthers. But, I mean, the way the Red Hawks play against the Wolves, I'm like going back and forth.
Wait, are you saying that because the Panthers play D?
Say again?
You said you're a defensive person and you would go with the Panthers because the Panthers play D?
I'm saying I'm leaning towards the Panthers because they play defense, but after seeing the way that you guys played against the Wolves, it's like Red Hawks are favorite.
Okay. I just wondered. I just want to be clear. You know, I just want to.
He wants some fuel, Darius. He wants some fuel.
Against the Wolves, what's playing since like the best game, and you guys play all season long. You guys are able to double down on that. I know you guys were missing players too, but if you're able to play the way that you played against the Wolves,
Solomon said he coming.
Okay.
Okay. Come on. That's all I'm doing. Come on.
Like I'm playing. Okay.
Come on.
That's right.
Hey, I grew up in the 90s. WWE, The Rock. Just bring it.
You never seen it.
Darius said, "Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Come on."
Anyway, yeah. So, why are we still? Oh, but is that everybody's choice? Oh, you made your choice. I mean,
Listen, I'm with Red Hawks all day. So yeah.
We ain't gotta talk about my choice. You already know what my choice is. All right. Then going on to Sunday.
Woo.
Sunday, the first game, we got the Bulldogs and the Chargers. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting.
I'm excited for that one because you have a very Lance said, "Good luck." No, right? Tell him, Lance. Good luck. You have a very motivated Nick.
Yes.
And you got a very motivated K-Roll. Then you've got Said added to that team as well. And so seeing that matchup versus Khalil, Baker, Shaq, Malik, like I just think that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
I think
that's gonna be a close game. That's gonna be a close game.
Oh, it's gonna be close?
I think it's gonna be close.
Danny's calling it close. What y'all feel about it? What y'all think?
I think it's gonna be a close game.
I would agree with Danny on one condition. If the Bulldogs play team ball and don't play K-Roll ball.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, if they play K-Roll ball, I believe the Chargers will eat them up. But if they play some K-Roll ball, but some more team ball as well, and let Nick kind of get involved, you know what I'm saying? Let other teammates and stuff get involved. Right. I believe what you're saying is going to be very true, Danny, and that game can be, it can be one of those games that's surprising.
Right.
Very surprising.
Right. Well, if y'all out there listening, take heed. Play team ball.
Right.
Play team ball.
Yeah. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's one thing the Chargers gonna do, man. They gonna play as a team. They can hit you from anywhere. But Malik or Jamon, Khalil and Shaq is like even coming off the bench with Cam and Ron's been playing really good as well. I mean, I feel like the Chargers are the team to beat right now. I agree with Danny. It's going to be a close game. What makes the Bulldogs so tough, though, is that they got a lot of scrappy guards on that team. K-Roll doesn't mind going out guarding Khalil, Malik, Jamon, anybody. They'll guard anybody on the team. And so, I mean, I think that's what's going to make it close, is the scrappiness of the Bulldogs versus the team play on the Chargers.
Lance says Chargers by 10 if they have all their players there.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, Bulldogs, let it motivate you.
Right, I'm saying, let it motivate you, Bulldogs, because
they come.
I think that's pretty safe between 10 and a close game. Like I think Scott, I think you called this one. I think you hit it on the head. It depends all on how they play.
Yeah.
But then if we move on Sunday, we have with representation on the show currently,
Right.
the Wolverines versus the Titans.
Okay.
Let's have some fun. We'll make our picks first.
Okay.
So, wait, who you got first? First of all.
Wolverine.
Oh, y'all see the confidence in her face though. Like, how dare you even ask me that question?
Wolverine.
The Wolverines. You see that Titan?
We sat next together last game, didn't
All right, that's your pick, Wolverines, Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we played the Wolverines and we played the Titans. Ooh. So my heart, because there is some Wolverine running in my blood. Because that's been my team. Before I went to the Red Hawks. Since the league started. But them Titans is tough. Them Titans are tough. Like, we played them, and they beat the fool out of us. So I gotta go Titans. Titans are tough. I think it's going to be heavily dependent on a couple of things for the Wolverines.
Okay.
The health of suspect.
Okay.
Because they are going to need him. So it's going to be heavily dependent on the health of suspect and what he is able to give them in that game. And I think it's also going to be heavily dependent on what Josh is able to do that game as well.
Yeah.
Reason why I say that, Desmond, Miles, they're going to do what they do.
True.
They typically always do. They're going to do what they do. For the most part, Josh does too, but Josh can sometimes have like a quiet game. Ant Baker says it's a statement game for the Titans. I agree.
Okay.
I agree. It would be a statement.
Okay.
Totally agree. But yeah, I think it's kind of dependent on those two. I think Josh and Suspect. Josh and Suspect. It's really dependent on what they do. And then I'm going to throw another wild card in there too. I think it's dependent on what Drew does as well. I don't think we have seen top tier Drew just yet this season. And I don't think it's from he's been performing poorly, but it's just the effect that Drew can have on the game.
Right.
I just think that's going to be needed in this game versus the Titans because on the other side of the floor, they have guards that can control the game. They have guards that can score. They have guards that can set guys up. And then even with the addition of Diallo, that's a whole other guard. They're going to need it. So that's my take on that one. Gentlemen, let's hear from you guys. We'll start with you, Mr. Commissioner. We'll start with you first. And don't be nice. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
So I'm gonna do two hats.
Okay.
Well, before I go there, we're gonna look at these standings, and we're gonna actually point out the disrespect of the Titans' name. Okay. So I believe that not our commissioner, our producer is really trying to motivate and disrespect the Titans to beat us. So thanks producer, but it's all good. Our job is to keep that name the way it is. Because they gotta earn the other letter when they play us. So that's our job.
So right now they're Titans. They ain't Titans. They ain't stepping through like that. They just Titans.
Right.
Gotcha.
So even though it's disrespect on on our producer's part, we're gonna keep that letter out of there. But anyway, I'm gonna go two hats. So my coach's hat.
Producer say you're welcome.
Always for my team. I always believe that we can win in any situation. And if I take my coach's hat off and put my fan hat on and just analytical hat, we have to step our defense up. If we do not play defense, we will get slaughtered. You understand me? So my team, and I told my team this, so it's nothing new. We are horrible defense. We can score points, but we're horrible defensively. And if we're horrible defensively against the Titans, we will get waxed. But I don't believe that we're coming out with that mentality. I believe that we are coming out with a mentality that the Titans are no longer the defeated team that they used to be, that they're a formidable team. and we're coming out with respect and knowing that, and we got to come out with our heads on straight. And I believe we will. And this is an important game for us, and I believe we will win.
Backus, your response.
Sir.
All right, Titans. So y'all hear the disrespect, man. It's Titans versus everybody. Yeah, I mean the Wolves are a great scoring team. I feel like we played a lot of good scoring teams in the league this year.
The producer says tie-ins.
Tie-ins. Tie-ins.
No, I feel like we played a lot of good scoring teams so far this year. I think what makes the Wolves different from most of those teams is, they got some guys that can play one-on-one offensively. Like Desi, Celtics, Miles as well. So I mean, it's a little bit more of a challenge defensively prepping for the Wolves than it is the other teams. We got teams that can't shoot, they go in the zone. We got teams that can shoot, but don't want to get in the paint or go man. So we're still figuring that out with the Wolves because they got a lot offensively. But I trust our Titans defense. I think the most points scored on us so far this year is 69. We plan on keeping that trend going Sunday. So, I trust our Titans defense. Matchup-wise, I feel like we matched up really, really well. You mentioned the addition of D. Allen. I would throw out the addition of the former Red Hawk Walter, former Savage Calvin as well. Those are great cards to add to the team. Anderson Shawan have been great this year. Even Amari and James, they've all been playing really, really well. I mean, from a matchup standpoint, it's going to be a fun game. I always love playing the Wolves. I'm looking forward to it. Titans versus everybody. Titans won the game.
Gotcha. Okay. All righty. And then moving into, before I leave this, is there anything you guys would like to, say to each other or anything like that? I don't want to take away your opportunities.
Right.
I say y'all can keep that T off the Titans. We're going to earn that 4 and W column. We'll take that.
It's all good. Hey, my job is to keep the T off. Hey, that's the deal then. Hey, let's make that bet. We keep the T off if you lose. We keep the T on if you win. You know what I'm saying? And look, I might take my W off. It just be O-rings. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll make it happen, man. Make it fun.
Look, we're going to talk about that one offline. Right? Making our profit look bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody said bad.
Yeah, they can't spell.
Love your daughter.
Right, that's like my daughter always point that one out. My daughter would be like, Daddy, what's wrong with it? But anyway. All right, cool. So let's move on to the very last game as we get ready to wrap the show up. We got to talk about the last game on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Black Ice versus the Savages.
Who you got?
Are we starting off like that? Who I got right off rip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the thing. I believe I'm starting rumors now at this point.
Here we go.
You're messy.
No.
I believe that James of Black Ice will be making his return in this game.
Okay.
James was a major part of Black Ice's championship run last season. So I think James being back, I'm not sure if Rodney will be back yet or not. But I think with them having James back, I think that's going to be a very big piece. And then Josh will be back because he's been out the last 2 regular season games. Mm-hmm. So Josh will be back. It's hard. It's hard to bet against Black Ice when they're full of strength like that. Now, our producer. I was getting to that. So the Savages. Here's my thing about the Savages. It really depends on a couple of things. it depends on number one, which TJ we get. It depends on if we get. No, let's just say it like this. It depends on which version of the big three that we get.
Okay.
Because the big three that Cam was talking about was the big three of Miami: Chris Bosh, D Wade, and LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
He compared them to that. So if we get that big three, I think the Savages can pull it off. But it just depends on what we get from Steve, on what we get from TJ, and what we get from Cam. So I think it could go. Honestly, it can go either way. But I'm gonna go Black Ice because I know what I'm getting every game from Josh. I know what I'm getting every game from TJ. Just that team as a whole. My boy Joe that went over there. He went over there and scored 23. You know what I'm saying? Like they got another piece. Like so they're clicking and firing on all cylinders right now. I think the Savages are still figuring some things out, but I do think if that big three, if all three of them show up in the way that they can, who our producer says, which PJ? Who is Steve? Cam or Bam? Y'all can excuse that. This is a rap form tonight, okay? Yes, TJ Barlow. We need TJ Barlow to stand up. May have a good showing. And to your question about who's Steve, Mr. Producer, we know who Steve is.
His name is who is he? Who is he?
All right, well, who is he? I know who you are, Steve. I know who he is. And then, like I said, Atterbury, the glue guy. So it just depends on what they do. But yeah, I'm gonna go Black Ice though. I'm gonna go Black Ice.
Okay. Interesting.
I have confidence in the Savages. I'm gonna go for them. I'm gonna see what they bring to the table on Sunday.
Okay. Savage.
I'm gonna go for
21 Savage.
Okay. All right. What about y'all? What y'all think?
Go ahead, Matt, because I got you.
Look, it's hard. It's hard betting against the champs, man. If you the champions, you're not the champs. I'm going with the champs. Size advantage. Like I said before, TJ on the Black Ice. TJ is impressed me. Because, again, he's continuing to raise his game. Like the next level and the next level. Last year he was pulling out the floaters. This year I'm seeing him pulling from deep three now. Like, I didn't know he had all of that in his head.
Same.
Black Ice is showing why they have the chance, and they're showing why they're getting back to the playoffs to be a team. I got to go with Black Ice.
Okay.
So a little insider information on James that Darius was talking about, and this is a joke. Don't take it seriously. I don't recall if James said his wife or fiance. It was one of the others. I don't remember if he said he was married or not. But I'm just wondering, did she actually release him to play because he said that's who was holding back? So that's the question I have: is she actually going to let him play? But other than that, that was a little inside conversation. But hey, but it lets me know that he respects his other half. So and her wishes, because he did have something that happened to him. Right. He had something that happened to him on a serious note. If he does come back, like I definitely would love to see him back playing. He did have an incident, and I don't want to say what it was because that's nobody's business, but he was injured. And if he comes back, I'll be very happy for him and for his recovery. So, and it sounds like he's on a road to a great recovery. So, but if James comes back, that team is super dangerous. James is he's almost like the brain or the operator of the team. So that team is super, super dangerous. But the Savages, to me, they're so gritty. They can win this game. But once again, just like with Global, if I'm a betting man, especially if James is coming back, that really tips the iceberg over to Black Ice. I have to say it. No disrespect to the Savages. I love the Savages. And once again, Black Ice is ahead of me. I mean, I'd rather them teams lose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling for you. But it's not a pulling for you show. This is about who you think and actually think is going to win. So I have to give it to Black Ice.
Gotcha. All right.
So I'm the only one. I'm the only eyeball. Okay.
So Savages, y'all remember this.
Yeah.
Y'all win Sunday. Y'all remember the one that chose y'all, okay? So she coming over there interviewing y'all be nice. She chose y'all.
Sure did.
So give her interviews, all right?
Right.
Just saying. All right, well, we have officially reached the end of today's show. Thank you all so much for being in here. Thank you all to our guests. Backus, we appreciate you being here, bro. Also, congratulations and shout out, because, you weren't with us this weekend because of your baby shower. So congratulations and shout out, bro. We appreciate everything, that you did.
Yeah.
Another Scott West, baby. You know what I'm saying? Family. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Commissioner, thank you. You were on vacation and you still made this time. You showed up on the show. We appreciate you going and jumping the pool with your family, sir.
Right.
I sure am. Hey, Jenkins. Hey, we still love you, man. And family.
Yeah.
Jenkins and family, we still love you.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. So, Jenkins Memorial Service. Oh, sorry for that. Jenkins Memorial Service will be this Saturday at 11 a.m. I'm actually going to put out the information in the coaches chat and have the coaches send it out to everybody. I know I plan on going. If there's any other players or anybody else that would like to go, I think it would be, just here yet again, just another great showing just to show that we're there. And like Scott said, it goes beyond just Sunday, but, we're here with you.
Right.
So, yes, just wanted to point that out. Also, the last thing I want to point out before we close the show out, remember, our Friday games are on Thursday. So we want you to come out on Thursday in full effect. All the fans, family, friends, everybody come out on Thursday. So our
7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock on Thursday this week. Just this week. Then we're going back to Fridays. But just for this week, we will be on Thursday. So, Danny, thank you for being here tonight.
For sure.
Coming in, stuffing in. We appreciate it. Hey, she's been doing a great job, right?
I told you.
She's trying to take my seat.
Listen, I am.
No, we just got to make the set bigger.
Right, we'll make it bigger and we can all just,
Guys, I'm officially fired. I'm sorry.
There's no time in the pool because you fired.
No, I'm just keeping your seat warm. I can't wait to see you when you come back.
For sure. Yeah. Can't wait to see you when you come back, Scott, and everybody else. We cannot wait to see you on either Thursday night or on Sunday. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We'll see you guys then, and we'll see you on the next episode of That's Who.